Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder Path Trading Partners. So Bitcoin starting to pull back. Let me get to a 4-hour chart. Got some questions today, especially in the cryptos where you get these sudden big moves. And I've touched on this before, but we'll do it again because I think it's very helpful to people. That's also why we don't put stops in the market. The crypto market, because you get these snapback moves very quick. You also get some really good entries when we get these sell-offs. So you can see here are the 4-hour price projections from the last video. So 92.23, 91.41. We start falling through there, and we start falling through there fast. What do you do? Well, when you get these sudden major kind of moves, these downdrafts, you can drop down to a shorter term chart. For example, when we started dropping down, I'm now down on a 5-minute chart. So you can start going down, you can see the levels, you can go here, all right, we're spiking through there. All right, we then start reacting to this level, and then we start going down like to here, and you see here, look at that. So then we get a nice little reaction, spike down, reaction, spike down. These levels give you an idea of what to expect next. So if you go out to like your 4-hour chart, you can start seeing, okay, we're spiking down to some key levels. Let me start watching for reversal patterns. That's the kind of thing we're watching for reversal patterns down there. A lot of people trade from the long side only, and there's some great reversal patterns, especially when you see bars like this. This is a great reversal pattern. Maybe we'll go over a system at some point. It's based off %B. So if you want to start investigating that on your own, %B is based off Bollinger Bands. But you get a reversal pattern like this is a fantastic entry. I'd wait for the closing bar to trigger it, but this is the kind of railroad pattern you're watching for. And this is also why, let's say you were going to get stopped out, let's say you had some stops, we get this snapback rally, so you still might want to take something off the table because it's still against the rotation zone, but you can generally get a better price than these panic sells. So that's something to also investigate. And also when you see on a 4-hour chart a nice long tail like this, and then you start getting a move above it, especially on a closing basis, you can start watching for a return to key levels. So for example, what would we be watching for now? Well, I'm going to do the candle body thing. We have this little reaction here, reinforced by this low, this little spike through low, this low just missing, this spike low. So that's right around where I'm going to target something around 92.50 with the declining rotation zone. So let's say I was taking a very aggressive buy position based off a very short-term rotate or a short-term reversal pattern. That would definitely be a level I would not ignore. And when it hit that level, whether you take partial profits, whether you move up a stock, that's a level where you take some action. Then above there, oops, I don't want to move that. Then above there, what's the next thing we'd be looking for? Well, I go up to the next area of the candle bodies, right around the rotation zone, and I'm going to focus on this. See this big this reversal pattern here? So I'm going to go and see if that's formed, and yeah, we do get some wicks there, especially over here. Recent price action reinforces this reversal pattern right there, and look at that, it's near the top of the rotation zone. So I'm going to focus on 94.35 area as the next area on a rally. So those are the ways you can look at this and start analyzing the market. That's using the shorter term charts. Now, I would not advise normally doing your levels on a 5-minute chart until you get these sudden quick sell-offs. And then the reason we're doing that is because the market's moving fast and we're trying to identify key reversal areas. And then we wait for it to reverse off those levels, and then we trigger a longer term position. So right now, I'm assuming this is a pausing bar. If it's not, I'm going to have to go back and adjust it. But with this big wick and rallying so far in this next bar, assuming this is. So if we go back below 8,800 86.55 coming in with the 200 simple, then below that 85.10. So look at that daily chart. Daily chart. So we spiked down, and now look at this. We might close back within the rotation zone, especially if we keep rallying up. So this is why. Remember, we talk about the closing price. Closing price is key. This will flush a lot of people out. Again, why we don't have stops in the market. But then we could just close, and we might have a pull back to the rotation zone. Just like, look at this candle back from what day was that? May 10th. Big spike down, rally back in the rotation zone, retested rotation zone next day with a spike down, never closed outside the rotation zone, and rotated back up. So that's why we pay attention to the end of day price action. Don't ignore this 8,500 level should we dip again, because that's where the 50-day exponential moving average is. So that's going to be a very key level that we'll be targeting should the sell-off continue. Ethereum. What's going on with Ethereum? You can look at the same way. Once you start getting this big level, see we stopped at 200.95. All right, look at that close though, right on the 200 simple from the 4-hour chart, spiking down and coming back up there. But let's say we're going down to try to find our levels. Again, I'm going to drop way down because we're going to have to. So first thing you got a pausing bar here. You spike just below it. And I'll zoom out again, then you retest it, but it gives you levels to watch for. You got a little thing there, but then you got this major level down there. So it just pulled up shy of there. If you left it here, or if you left it here, look at that one. That's your nice, really nice spike. And then if you zoom in, it helps you identify key areas. So you're watching 193.53, spike down, come to the reversal back to the rotation zone, spiking back down. When you run out of energy just before the next key level and you get a nice little railroad track pattern, especially on a longer term chart. So let's go out to like a 1-hour chart. So just missing that next level, and again this triggered on a %B Bollinger Band system, a nice aggressive entry with this key close, and you were rallying up. Now we're just going to zoom out to the 4-hour chart. So and you see that nice long wick or tail, and again stopping at the 4-hour 200 simple moving average. Remember, the longer term charts, the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly, have a lot more weight than the shorter term charts. What would we be watching now? I'm going to come just under the rotation zone, see all these key areas with the candle bodies, with the wick spiking through. I'm going to be watching about 202.75. If we get above there, I'm going to be watching about 206. So those are the levels. You can look, and I bet you can figure out why those are the levels we're watching. Oops, did not mean to move that whole thing. Let me come back up here. I'm going to actually move it because I'm assuming this is the pausing bar. So if we drop below 191.27, 188.05, 184.84. So that's what we're watching for in the 4-hour. Let's take a look at that daily chart. Now this is yet to be in the rotation zone again, but these rotation zones have been flat or wavy. Still going to watch the key level of about 202. Look at that. We spiked down to the 50-day exponential moving average. So when we had those other levels, which I've already moved, and you saw, you should be watching it on multiple time frames. You see, okay, we're narrowing in on that bottom level before I moved it. Remember, it ended up just shy of that, but we also hit that 50-day, so that's a cluster area. And then we get a strong reversal off of that. And then combined with that 1-hour reversal pattern with the Bollinger Band stuff, look at %B, just giving you a little hint there. Shorter term %Bs, by the way, work better than longer term %Bs for the input. That's some tips. That's some teaching lessons. If you find this helpful, please put something in the comments. Share this channel with other people who trade or trying to learn to trade. Just get us some more audience if you can. I'm doing my best to keep this information coming out there, providing everyone a lot of free information. I've been doing this for years, and just trying to help everyone become a better trader using price action. Talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.